It's morning, we've just woken up, and it's time for another busy day on the farm. Now, if you remember at the end of the last episode, we'd had a very practical day. We'd got a lot of work done. And what we need to do now is jump straight into this tractor as the sun's coming up. And we need to load up our last batch of silage bales, clear the far field, get ourselves a little bit more cash in the bank so that we can crack on and get this final field sown and get some crops in it. See the oats doing quite well here as well. I believe our wheat field next door is looking pretty good too. So we are making good progress. So let's pick these bales up. There's the drill, just sitting waiting for as soon as we've done this. Then we'll have our 3 new fields ready and sorted. I've got crop description turned off just because I know it's quite a difficult field to get around without doing some wholesale changes to it. So again, we're not playing this in super realistic mode. It's the first time I've ever done a challenge like this, so I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway. Or I am considering starting a second series on the new Purbeck Valley Farm map, which looks really good. So I may introduce that in the next week or so. So we've got a bit of variety for you guys. I've got to say, starting this channel from absolute scratch with nothing. I'm really pleased actually that so many people have come and viewed the episodes already. It is much appreciated. I really love doing this. It's really good fun. So I'm very grateful for you guys for popping along and checking it out. So let's get these sold, and we'll go and pick up the others, get them off the field, and set the drill going before we deliver the second set of bales down to the drop-off point. So as we've done this a number of times now, I'm not going to bore you doing the whole run, so we will be back at the farm very shortly. Just pop the mic up back on here because yesterday when we did this, I believe it was the last episode, I think we sold them too early and only got about 12 grand for a load. Now technically we should get 20. That's what silage is selling at, 14,016, so there's a bit of a fluctuation in price, but that feels more like a silage bale load than what I got the other day, so good stuff. We have rolled over 100,000 in the bank, which is not a bad return. So let's go and get those last bales. Let's get that drill started. Okay, here we are back. We'll grab these last bales, and like I said before we disappear back down the hill to get these sold, I'll set the cedar going on the hill here. Look how quickly that grass has grown as well. It's already started to regrow, so let's grab this last bale here. 10. And we will going to pull up next to the seeder. I want to see, I also want to check in this field of wheat here how much fertiliser it's got on it, because it's in our best interests to boost the yield as much as we can. It's fertilised 100%. That is brilliant. Just what we want to see. Right, let's just leave you there. Let's grab Fiat. Old Faithful. Rocking its 150 horsepower. Which, to be honest, for the price, there is no other tractor like it in the game. At this level, if you're trying to do things on a budget. So, we will stick with this for a little bit longer. Yes, it's slow. It's not ideal. But I think at some point further down the line, when we've got a bit more capital in the bank, and it may be after the harvest, we'll have a look at what we can afford, probably in the mid tractor range. We're running 2 small tractors at the moment. But yes, we'll look at the mid tractor range, see what we think we can get for that. Just looking at our overnight costs, our loan is now just less than £2,000 a day, and we've got about 1,700 in way of leasing of vehicles. So, you know, for a little bit under £4,000 a day at the moment, we're doing all right. When I get rid of that baler, that's going to be a bit of a saving as well. So it may be, I want to pay off some of my loan, but actually it's not offensive that on a daily basis, if we continue to make the money that we are. So let me just stop this here. I'm going to pop it on course plate. Course generation, we are in our biggest field, that's field 53. We're going to go around the headland. I'm going to do it 5 times. And I'll tell you why. It's because it means that when we do the up and down rows, there's more space for the tractor to turn. Now, in the real world you wouldn't do that. You would always start with your up and downs, because you'd be running over parts of the field you'd already drilled, but for the sake of this, just to avoid it becoming a mess in terms of me having to go and salvage things, I am going to let it run as is. There's our start point. I think this runs quite close to the edge of the field. The actual field border runs quite close to the hedge, so it's going to be interesting. We will need to fill this up at some point as well, so more oats. The return on oats is a lot higher than it is for wheat, about double. Let's just have a look actually what the prices are doing. Yes, look, £1,100 per 1,000 litres of oats. Wheat at the moment is, crikey, wheat is £432, bit more at Mole Valley and the Fisherman's Pub. Now hopefully that might shift. What I might do is, I don't have the facility to store anything at the moment, I don't think, so I will possibly just have to sell that field of wheat. Hopefully the price goes up a bit, but oats are looking quite lucrative at the moment. Just follow this guy around one pass. Is he going to hit the... No, it didn't hit the tree there. So actually that load of 10 silage bales there will cover our costs for the entire day, and at 8:01 in the morning we'll have covered our costs. Everything else will be a bonus now. I don't actually have anything else to sell today, unless we take some grass off those top 2 fields over there which belong to me. So we'll have to make a decision what we do with those. I didn't shut the gate. Yep, see? Sometimes it's the basic things that catch you out. Well, I think that might have been the only obstacle he was going to come against. So, if he's happily doing that, I will run these bales down to the barn and hopefully be back in time, just in case he needs a refill. Right, so that's us back at the farm. We have all our bales delivered. Made ourselves another 8,000 and something off that load, so about 25,000 just from that one field, which is pretty good. Now, we have got a few things we need to do. One of them is return this baler. Now, because it's leased, I don't need to take it to the shop. We can just hand it back, which is exactly what we'll do just now, so it doesn't cost us any more money. There we go. Let's return that on the value of 0, yes. Good riddance to round bales, we don't want to see them again. Now, I forgot the Fent was rented. I forgot this was hired. So, with that in mind, I am beginning to consider upgrading this. I was going to look at this mower as well. I think we can upgrade the mower. Consider upgrading the tedder as well. There is a nice mower that actually puts the stuff in rows for you as well, but I think it's a bit out of our price range. Let's just have a look at it though. It would be... it's the Viacon, it's the rear one, with those belts on the back. It's actually a lovely bit of kit. And it's 75 grand. And we're not going to spend that for just one field. But what I might do, sell this. Sell our coon, our little side coon there. Buy the Pottinger, whilst narrower. Would mean we could potentially windrow it at the same time by pulling a windrower behind the tractor, saving a bit of time. And I also want to sell our, so that's 3.1, I'm just thinking aloud now. That's 3.1, we know our, that's 3.1, that's 4.6, that's 4.3, that's 4.6. So 3.1 on the mower and a 4.6 windrower. They're going to be narrow, they're going to be pretty small rows when they're done, but it could work. So do we return the mower and get that little Pottinger front mower? Decisions to be made. Okay, first things first, we better check how our guy's doing for seed, and he has only got 40% left, so let's go and deliver some seed. And then we'll make a decision on what to do. I think I've already decided what I'm going to do is silage those top two fields. Now that does require a different trailer to pick that stuff up, but it could be a worthwhile investment. because we are going to have to buy. We are going to have to buy a new trailer for our grain as well. So, actually, my shopping list is getting quite long at the moment. Just got to decide what we do. Now look, see that? Always misses the corners. Now there is a way of doing it, I think. I think I might have had my... Yeah, I think I might have had my courseplay set up slightly wrong. Doing rounded edges rather than turning on corners. So maybe in the next field we'll try that. Can't be on much. He literally has 4 seeds left in the tank. He's gonna, the moment he pulls away, he's gonna stop. Look at that. Couldn't have placed that better if I tried, could I? Gonna autofill. Swap over here. And we'll just stop our driver. We will refill the sower. Ah, it's this little glitch where it opens them automatically, but actually you have to do it one more time yourself. And it refills with the seed. There we go. So let's close those back over. Close you. Turn on courseplay. Current waypoint. Drive course. That will be him. Till the end of the field now. Great stuff. Okay, so let's get this out of his way because he's going to be coming back down here. Going to leave the gate open now. He's not going to clatter into that. It's out of his trouble. And we are going to have to decide what we're going to do. I already hemorrhaged to 2 grand of my money. That was 110,000. I'm now on 108. So I don't know what's happened there. Something's being spent somewhere. Right. Let's grab the mower. Okay. I've just had a change of heart. I am going to trade in this mower. I'm going to trade in this mower, which means I can get a front mower. I'll pull the windrower behind it, and I will also pick us up a pickup trailer, so we can pick up our grass from the field, and I'm going to make some silage. And in fact, while we're at the shop, I will show you the combine I'm considering getting for harvest time, because it's a very cost effective combine. Now you will notice from this series that I'm kind of winging it. I haven't got any big plans. As things happen, I'm starting to think a little bit more about things. 12,985. I need to repair it, of course. That's only £74 to repair it. £13,000 for that. That's not bad. Yes, I'm winging it a bit. I'm not. I don't have a huge plan. I'm just going with my gut on things. Let's have a look at loading wagons. See, they're quite expensive. 95 horsepower for that one. 23,000 litres. It's going to have to be that one, isn't it? Nothing else. Nothing else is going to let me run that. Unless 76 grand for that Fendt. We're renting it. And it has got 115 horsepower. This has 130 horsepower for this little Massey. That is a nice little tractor, isn't it? It's a nice little tractor. Standard configuration is 4 grand. What's that? Oh, it's got a front loader on it, which we would need. So we would need that. 950. Okay. You know, when I said I was winging it, that's exactly the sort of thing I'm doing. So this. Thank you, little Fent. You have been a pleasure to work with. But we need to move on. We need to upgrade our farm. So, little Massey. Now this isn't cost effective because you actually obviously have your base costs. So I am losing a little bit of cash on this. But we are going with standard config. I'm going to go for the bigger engine, 130 horsepower, which means it'll do that job with that pickup wagon nicely. I don't have a front loader attachment, and if I did, it would be 1500 quid. Do I need to take it, or do I upgrade that in the future? I'm not going to take it for now. We are just going to get this. 95 grand, 950 a day. Let's go. I only went and bought it. I wasn't supposed to buy it. Not my cleverest moment. 95 grand, okay. Let's see if I can sell it. I'm supposed to lease that. Drive it straight in the shed. No hours. I've lost 10 grand on it already. Well, you know what? It's not a bad thing. To be honest. It's the most expensive thing we were going to buy today. Or at least today. So it's actually more cost effective to have bought that and to lease the mower. Okay, we'll lease that mower and we will lease the trailer. So yes, the mower and the trailer together still come to less than the cost if we'd leased the tractor, and we would have still had to lease the trailer as well. Does only leave us with 23 grand, however, which isn't ideal. Didn't really want to spend all that on a tractor, but hopefully our harvest is going to make up for that. Well, who knew just 10 minutes ago we would be rocking back up the road with this whole bunch of new machinery. Let's get the job done then. Let's do some silaging.